We're up bright and early. It's about 6:30 in the hotel, and we're getting ready to head off to Portugal. And 6:30 turns into 7. For now, there's still no sign of anyone from the team. Hopefully not too much longer. Everything seemed to be going quite well on our way across to Portugal. We crossed the border, all seemed well, and then all of a sudden the van kind of started making some strange noises, and the soigneur, the helper, the assistant, he was kind of trying to shift it into gear, and he was saying there was no power or whatever on the road, and yeah, all of a sudden we just pulled off. Behind the scenes, Electro Hiper Europa.
Movistar.co. Check this out.
This is the real behind the scenes action.
Juicy stuff.
Broken down in Portugal. We've got our Colombian mechanics over here. Gonna have a look. So we waited a couple hours for the tow truck and the taxi to show up, and once they showed up, the van got loaded and we all loaded into the taxi, and we went off to Portugal and made the rest of our way there. Next morning came around, we were all feeling pretty tired, myself personally. We got breakfast in, and then it was time to get out on the bikes. So I think we were just getting ready to go out for a ride, do 2 hours or so, bit of recon of the course, and try and blow each other's doors off, I reckon, on this pre-race ride. So much first. Vamos. We're out here on the bike, checking out the roads here in the Arrabida National Park. Just a cruisy ride for the guys. We'll do a few leg opens in a little while, and we'll see how it goes. Get the legs nice and primed for tomorrow's race. So apparently this race does have gravel. Well, I guess gravel like this one, but yeah, it's not this road. Yeah. So we started heading back to the hotel, and that was when the rain came in. Headwind all the way back, and then the rain came, and pretty quick. Lots of rain. Probably not ideal to be riding in this before the race tomorrow. It was not enjoyable at all. The next morning turned into a perfect day. I couldn't really ask for much better, to be honest. The rain disappeared, the roads dried out pretty quick, and we had sun. We woke up to the sun over the beach with the sand, the waves crashing in, and yeah, it was race day. So we went off, got some breakfast, and then it was final preparations before the race. We'd had the team meeting the previous night, and so we knew what the plan of attack was going into the race and the notable teams to watch out for. So we headed off to the race, and yeah, we got stuck in. Breakfast is done, coffee's done, we kitted it up, the race numbers are on, we're ready to go. There's not really much left to do, so packed. Roll out in about 5 to 10 minutes, so time to get out of the room, check out. It's been great, Sesimbra, but looking forward to racing and then ultimately getting back home this evening.
Vamos avançar enquanto não temos outras soluções. Vamos avançar com diretor desportivo.
We're getting close to the race start, so I'm going to put the camera away and get the final preparations in. A little bit more food and we'll be off. Alright, wish me luck. So in the race, it started off pretty pretty relentless with attacks and a very quick start. Before a breakaway, eventually got away with one of my teammates represented in there, in Tom Armstrong. So he got into the breakaway of the day. Behind, it was kind of a very controlled race until that final 40 kilometres that were quite decisive, that we had recon the previous day. So once we got to those final 40 kilometres, that's when the action kicked off. It was quite a steep climb that we had to get over. I think the total was about 7 or 8 minutes, having looked at the Strava file. And yeah, for myself, my race basically ended there. I just didn't have the legs to make the front group of about 40 or 50 guys. It was just too hard for me in the end. We ended up getting over in the second group. We're only 20 or 30 seconds down, no more than that, over the top of the climb, but we just couldn't make our way back. Fortunately, we had 4 guys in that front group coming into the finish, so we were very well represented. We managed to get a really great result with Pablo. He ran 5th on the day, so I know he had a bit of help from the guys. Yeah, they did a really good performance. So Pablo was 5th, Juan Diego was 12th, and the race wrapped up and we got in the van and we jetted off. So my bike got packed up, was able to have a quick shower, and then it was off to the airport with my DS. Get to the airport, check in, that was all super smooth, have a bit of food, and then yeah, on the plane to go back home. So the Sunday ended up being a very long day for me as well. Get into Barcelona until about 12:30, I believe, the flight, and then as you go through the airport, having to pick up bags, etc., that all takes more time as well. So I was very fortunate that my girlfriend was waiting for me to pick me up. My lovely girlfriend Carla, she had driven down to pick me up, and we drove back to Girona quite soon after my flight had landed. But it was a very long day. I think we got into bed at about 2:30 in the morning on that day. But yeah, it wrapped up a really great trip across to Portugal. It had its hiccups, certainly, but it also had its successes as well with the team. So it was a great weekend away. Stay tuned, I think, for more of these videos. This is the first one that I'm doing. If you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it for watching all the way through. I'm going to do my best to try and keep doing a few more of these videos of recaps of trips, and also perhaps more about my training and life here in Girona as well. So yeah, keep an eye out on this channel in the future, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll be seeing you guys again soon. Ciao.